to have questions first. So, oh yeah, we're going to be the one asking questions, and I really want you guys to answer because you guys have a different perspective and experience, just because you guys are Congolese in the sense that you are from there, and you guys live there, and you guys breathe and, live Congo. So if you could, when we ask questions, don't be afraid to say what you think or answer. So, yeah. I want to introduce everybody. So this is Benny on the end. I've just met you, lovely lady. So what's your name?
My name is Duran.
Cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Francesca, and this is my little brother Dochi. He's 9. And this is Medi, who's just came here a year ago. So if you would you like to say something? Thank you.
My name is Medi, and I come from Congo last year, in April. I have been living in Congo all my life, so I just wanted to share some of the experience that I have today for you guys. So we good for you guys to listen to everything from the Congo.
He's 17, by the way, and he's been here for a year, and he can already speak really, really good English. And I've been his friend for a very good while now. So thank you for coming. Alright, so now we're going to start just the general questions that you guys may have. If you don't mind, can I start? Alright, cool. Something that was on my mind was the presence of technology, because here it's such a big thing. We have iPhones, we have memes, wonderful, wonderful memes. And we live and everything is revolving around technology here. And I don't understand why the presence of technology and media didn't go across the border to say. Just because with technology you can be so innovative and creative and have so many opportunities to say. So I wonder why, and if technology is a part of the Congo, how much of it plays a part in your daily life and, community? Yeah, sure.
I can answer that. First of all, Francesca, I want to congratulate you for even thinking about doing a forum like this one. It takes courage, it takes guts, and I came because I'm a teacher, and I teach students who are your age. And what we want to teach is compassion, and just to have this sense of patriotism. And in your case, you have 2 nations that you love. You have the Congo and you have the United States. So thank you for thinking about the country of your parents, right, and entertaining the idea of doing something for the Congo. So to answer your question about technology, I don't know why technology is not a big part of the fabric of what's happening in the Congo. But I don't know if you know that we are able to use technology because of the Congo. All the resources we have in our telephones, our computers, iPads, televisions, they all come from the Congo. They are taken from the Congo. Well, maybe your dad can...
I'll add to it. After you finish, I'll add to that part.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are on this earth. Everybody is connected to the Congo because of the minerals that we are using in our daily life that is related to technology. So that's my answer to it. Why people in the Congo don't benefit from that, I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, can I add something? And again, just to follow up on what Mrs. Kalubi just said, thank you in thinking about talking about the Congo, because most people here, the kids, they live this life, they don't think about the Congo because they've never been there. And some of the young people, some of our children, when we parents, we are concerned about the Congo, they just think like, oh, you guys talk too much about the Congo. So I truly congratulate you to think about even hearing, maybe you have heard it from your parents, you may be also from, among those who say, oh, my parents, maybe they say too much, so you want to hear from other parents, and I truly thank you for that. Just to answer your question, I'm a teacher as well, but I teach at university level. And I can tell you that right now I'm teaching a student from the Congo. He's a parent. He's a father with children, but they moved from the Congo 4 years ago. Right. And the classes that we teach, we don't ask the people, the student cannot write the homework on papers. You have to type it and email it to me. Yeah. And that student from the Congo, he's a very smart guy, but guess what? He's limited by technology. And he's now in a doctoral program. So that means he has graduated from the Congo and he has a diploma, but he didn't have access to technology. So that doesn't mean that there is no technology in the Congo. I can tell you that people from the Congo, they have the best cell phone in the world that you can think of. I do know my sister, when I send her a phone, she's like, which kind of phone are you sending me? Why you don't send me a tab, ranking phone? So they have technology, but that technology is very limited to, I can say, is kind of prestige, so to speak, but it's not the technology that can lead you to expand intellectually. And I personally think it's nobody's fault, but it is the leadership of the country. Our country is very rich, but not everybody has access to the riches of the country. So if technology, to answer your question and to be just very short, if technology doesn't expand in the Congo, the responsibility is on the leadership who doesn't feel like the people deserve that. Okay. That's my answer.
Before I answer, is it possible to have translation here? Can you translate? French to English, but not English to French. Huh? Right. Okay. All right. We're going to find a way to translate anyway on video tape.
I just wanted to say I totally agree with what you said because you are teaching. And I do feel that just because, Yochi here, he lived and breathed technology all his life. But that's all he grew up with, because I didn't, per se, did that. But he's 9, so all he knows is iPad in a world, in a generation where everything you need revolves around technology. I think that, honestly, you can be successful in life without technology. It's a very beneficial thing to have, but people are able to grow up in the world without it and still learn from it. You see what I'm saying? But it's crazy.
I'll add to what Dr. Bashi and Mrs. Kalubi said. The first part is it's true that technology exists in the Congo, but not in the way you expect it. Okay? Over here, when you hear about Wi-Fi, it's an easy thing. Every house has it, not in the Congo. Okay, Wi-Fi is a whole thing to come back. And when you talk about iPad, that's what you guys imagine. You don't think about what's behind the scenes. You just have it happen. We're here today in the library, and we can do anything we want in this library. In the Congo, I don't know how many of these we have. We don't, okay? It's a whole thing to come back, a library. Okay, so it's true that we have technology in the sense that the equipment we have are high-tech. The phones, the TVs, everything we have is high-tech. But what you call the channels, the bandwidth, the technology behind the scenes we don't have, okay? And Mrs. Kalubi said I could add to where the technology comes from. And that's what she mentioned. She said everything you have here came from the Congo or from Africa. It's true, because when you talk about tan, tantalum, coltan, these are the materials that are used to build this, the minerals. They're used to build these phones. And they come from the Congo, they come from Africa. That's why there is war. That's why there is bloodshed. That's why people go there and take it away from us. Okay, so that's what she meant. She said, your phone would not be here if it was not from coltan. Okay, so that's what we mean, that it comes from there. And we'll discuss it more in detail. Since we have a limited amount of time, we're going to go ahead faster and come back to it. Okay?
You have it right here.
Thank you very much.
Is it on?
Yes. Anybody else want to say something in the question?
The next thing I was really wondering about is the water situation, clean water. I don't even know where to start on that. I just don't know how water is it's a necessary thing, it's a basic living thing that you need to survive, and it's dirty. And I don't know for a fact if it's most of the water or if it's like situations where there's this limited amount of hot water to take a shower, or if it'll even I just don't know what that situation is, because in the media it's represented as, walking into just dirty water and having buckets to carry everywhere. I don't know if that's true or not. Anybody want to elaborate?
Quelqu'un peut faire la traduction? Qui peut faire la traduction ici là? Je peux faire la traduction. Oh, voilà, nous avons quelqu'un ici présent.
Pasteur Romeo.
Elle a une question concernant de l'eau. Elle pose la question de savoir est-ce qu'au Congo, de l'eau, est-ce qu'il y a possibilité d'avoir de l'eau propre, ou soit les gens sont obligés d'avoir des bassins, aller dans des rivières et prendre de l'eau, ramener chez eux à la maison, peut-être pour se laver. Quelle est la condition de l'eau au Congo?
Et on peut reprendre en français et on va traduire en anglais.
Pour répondre à votre question, je dois vous dire d'abord que le Congo, c'est un pays qui regorge des sources d'eau potable que je ne sais pas, je n'ai pas encore voyagé par tout le monde, mais là où j'ai vécu, dans le Congo, il y a de l'eau potable là-bas. De l'eau potable. Alors je vous dis, quand vous mettez même une aiguille dans l'eau, vous pouvez la retrouver facilement. L'eau est potable, il vient de sources d'eau. Par exemple, à Congo, où j'ai étudié en secondaire, vous allez dans une petite rivière là-bas, vous puisez de l'eau. Ça, on n'a pas besoin de fructifier ça ou de purifier ça pour boire. Vous buvez à même la source. Mais les problèmes qui se posent dans les grandes villes, par exemple à Kinshasa, les tuyauteries qu'on a placées sont des vieilles histoires. Alors, qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? Dernièrement, je pense que beaucoup de gens ont suivi à la télévision ou dans les vidéos, il y a eu un problème. Quelqu'un était en train de travailler dans sa parcelle. Il a trouvé le tuyau qui amène de l'eau. Ah, mais quand il évacuait les excréments, et c'est entré dans ce tuyau-là, et les gens qui étaient ou en aval ou en amont, ils ont vu ça, ils ont puisé dans. Mais c'était, si vous allez dans les vidéos, vous allez voir ça dans le YouTube. Mais ça, c'est vraiment, il ne faut pas c'est dégueulasse. Mais, alors, le problème qui se pose, c'est qu'il faut un système de tuyauterie nouveau. Alors, dans ces conditions-là, il nous faut des gens qui sont capables de faire quelque chose. Et on va rétablir tous les systèmes de tuyauterie pour que tout le monde ait accès à l'eau potable. Mais pour le moment, dans les grandes villes comme Kinshasa, c'est difficile que vous ayez de l'eau potable. Parce que l'eau qui vient de Niger là-bas, il y a une rivière qu'on appelle Niger. Cette rivière-là, quand il pleut, tout et les machines qu'on a mis là-bas pour traitement d'eau sont noyées. Et l'eau qui vient, c'est l'eau sale. Quand vous voyez l'eau, c'est jaune. Alors vous allez boire une telle eau, c'est sale. Donc il faut un système valable, un gouvernement, un pouvoir valable pour restaurer tout ce qui était déjà détruit. Merci.
Okay, so just to summarize for in English for what he said, it's basically he was saying that back home in Congo, there are different villages and different places in Congo where you see there's fresh water coming straight from the source, which is lakes, sometimes rivers, sometimes seas. And from there, they can easily just literally take water with a cup from the river or from wherever the source of water is and drink it because naturally it's fresh. But in cases like in the city of Kinshasa, like here, there's pollution problems. A lot of times we can see on the television they talk about pollution, keeping things fresh and wearing green stuff because we're polluting the air coming from the factories, coming from all that stuff exists in Congo as well. But the difference between here and Kinshasa is that in Kinshasa, we don't have the type of materials, the type of, we have them, but every time, we don't have the people that support us like how in America. People don't support one another, like the different types of departments that clean. We have here there's like a department of pollution. There's different types of departments. There's that too, but they're not too much focused on the people. A lot of times that goes back to what Mama was saying. A lot of times it deals with the leadership as well. So if the leaders are not able to do anything for their people, they're not caring about if somebody's having clean water. They're not caring about if people are dying from diseases that come from water. They're more so caring about the fact that they're gaining the money. They're getting the money, you're paying, some people pay for certain supplies. Some people pay for certain supplies every month. Oh, here's money for the water, but they're not getting clean water in return. Here, you're guaranteed the clean water. If you're paying for it, you're guaranteed that clean water. And that's also just piggybacks on that leadership thing.
Il y a une autre réponse? I'll answer. Just a little bit. Je dirais aussi que, pour avoir une traduction de Benny, que le problème d'eau est un problème sérieux au Congo. Pourquoi? Parce que malgré qu'il y a de l'eau potable dans les rivières, mais il y a beaucoup de microbes. Okay? L'eau est claire, mais parfois c'est infecté. Les gens boivent cette eau comme ça. Et à la fin, qu'est-ce qui arrive? Ils meurent facilement des amis et autre chose. Donc c'est un problème sérieux que nous devons considérer parce que ça fait 57 ans qu'on a l'indépendance. Et on utilise encore les tuyaux des années 60. Donc c'est un problème très sérieux. Et j'espère que votre question montre que la nécessité est là de répondre à ces genres de questions. Parce que ce n'est pas normal qu'un pays qui est le pays peut-être le mieux placé dans le monde entier par rapport à l'eau, parce que nous avons de l'eau partout. Mais c'est le pays qui souffre le plus du manque de l'eau. Okay.
So he was just saying that a lot of times, even though there's fresh water in the rivers and things like that. People drink that water, and sometimes it's infected. So it's like there's a lot of germs, a lot of things that end up making people sick because people don't understand, hey, that water is not like completely fresh and clear from all germs. And they drink it, and that's where you see a lot of people dying. That's where you see a lot of people getting sick with unknown diseases just because of those germs. And we've had the independence for over 50 years now, and we're still using the same like cleaning materials and same pipes as before. So that's where also the problem lies.
We have filters and so many overwhelming precautions, because we have water fountains in school, which we love to drink. I love water. I drink it every night before I go to bed. I can't imagine not doing that and not being constantly worried about drinking water. It's boggling to my mind, honestly.
One more thing to add. I just wanted to say something. Us as a youth here, growing up in America, we're very fortunate. We don't have to be the richest people to be able to have access to fresh water. You can go to Walmart and get you a 99-cent bottle of water and drink that. Back home it's a little bit difficult because in order to have the kind of means that we have, you kind of have to have means back home. You gotta have kind of some money. Like children, for instance, low-class people, low-class children, they're not able to have the same access as the low-class children here. So that's just to tell you guys, you should be very fortunate to be able to live here and to be able to have all the things that we do have here as a youth.
Agreed.
Can I add something about the water? When we're talking about water, we're not only talking about fresh water. Even the water that we're telling you, the polluted water to have it in Kinshasa is on schedule. You cannot work in the morning and make sure and you sure that you're going to take a shower, because even that polluted water, to get to your house, even you have everything, they install everything in your house, to have water is on schedule. And what I heard, the last time I was in the Congo was in 1998, but what I heard lately, they give water according to the neighborhood. If today they give the south part of Kinshasa, tomorrow it's going to be the east part. By the time they come back to the south part of Kinshasa, it's going to be after 4 or 5 days. So we wake up in the morning, we go take a shower, you use the bathroom. Don't take it for granted, because in the Congo, it's not like that. Even though we have a river, we have the Congo River, that is just flowing around the Kinshasa. But to get that water from the river to the people, the leadership doesn't allow it to happen. It doesn't happen. Okay, so again, I'm going back to the leadership. It's not like everybody can go and get the water. It's the leadership that has to do something so that we can have the water. And what the Papa Celestin said about what happened with the pub that brings the water, that was if someone is a compound. Here when you want to build a house, there is really a department, they will tell you this is the limit of your compound. But in the Congo, you can build wherever you want, if you have the money, or they can sell you any part of it. So there is no this is the limit, this is where the pub are running, you cannot build your house. You can go there if you have your brother who is he's a politician. They can give you a part of the land, and you build your house, and maybe that's where the pipe are going through. So the pipe can go through your bedroom, because nobody really, there is, I don't even know where to start. I don't want to scare you, but what I want to say here is, when you go to the Congo, don't expect to take shower every day. okay? Because it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, and to add one more thing to that, I laughed when you were talking about hot water because it's a concept that doesn't even exist. If you want to take a hot shower, you better wake up early, light up the fire, and boil some water to take a shower, a hot shower. The other problem with water, I know when you're thinking about water, you're thinking about having a tap ready to receive your water. No, that's a concept that only very few people can enjoy. The women in the Congo work a lot, and their day is consumed, first of all, by going to fetch water, because there are only a few places where they have running water, and you have to wake up early, you have to walk, you have to get the water, carry it back to where you're going. And how much water can you carry, really? Yeah. And how many trips can you make to have enough water for a day? So that's a question,
Can we translate a little bit, please, before you go on? Just a summary.
Traduction. Le résumé, c'est que, en premier lieu, nous avons parlé que nous avions dit les problèmes n'est seulement pas d'avoir de l'eau potable, mais les problèmes est aussi de n'avoir ne serait-ce que de l'eau chez soi. Parce que quand on fait le partage d'eau, on distribue de l'eau au Congo, on commence par planifier avec le côté de l'Est, peut-être le Nord et le Sud. Alors pour qu'on change le programme du Nord vers le Sud, ça peut prendre à peu près 4 jours. Donc il arrive des fois où un côté, où une communauté passe à peu près 4 à 5 jours sans pour autant avoir de l'eau. Donc de l'eau au Congo n'est même pas seulement un problème d'avoir de l'eau potable, mais l'eau en soi en général est déjà un problème. Et le deuxième point, c'était aussi, Francesca avait parlé de l'eau chaude, comme pour dire que c'était un concept qui était pratiquement inexistant dans la communauté congolaise. On ne voit pas Kinshasa, on voit la communauté congolaise. C'était un concept qui était à peu près inexistant. Et nous avions dit, les dames au Congo ont presque du mal à aller au robinet, ouvrir, puis puiser de l'eau. Elles sont toutes obligées de prendre des bassinets, aller chercher de l'eau à la rivière. S'il faudrait faire ces tours-là, combien de tours sont-elles obligées de faire